Most beginners get this wrong when investing in ETFs. They pick one fund randomly, hope it grows, and ignore how it actually fits into their portfolio. Here's the truth no one tells you. Not all ETFs are built for the same purpose. Some are for growth, some for income, and some for stability. If you choose the wrong mix, you can slow down your returns without even realizing it. In this video, you'll discover the top 12 Vanguard ETFs in Australia for 2026, how each one works, and how to choose the right combination even if you're starting from zero. By the end, you'll know exactly how to build a simple smart ETF portfolio. Let's start immediately with the most important concept. An ETF, or exchange-traded fund, is a collection of investments bundled into one. When you buy one ETF, you're investing in dozens or even hundreds of companies at once. Simple. But here's the problem. Many beginners don't understand what's inside the ETF they're buying. This is where most people fail. They invest without knowing their risk level or diversification. Now here's where it gets interesting. Vanguard ETFs are popular because they are low cost, diversified, and designed for long-term investing. Let's go through the top options. First, Vanguard Australian Shares ETF. This ETF tracks the overall Australian stock market. Let's say Alex invests here. He gets exposure to major companies across Australia. Now here's the key point. This is a core building block for many portfolios. But here's the catch. It is heavily weighted towards sectors like banking and mining. Now let's move to the second ETF. Vanguard MSCI Index International Shares ETF. This ETF gives you exposure to global companies. Now here's where it gets interesting. You're not limited to one country. This reduces risk through diversification. Now, let's move to the third ETF. Vanguard International Shares Hedged ETF. This is similar to the previous one, but with currency hedging. Now, here's the key point. It reduces the impact of currency fluctuations. But here's the problem. Hedging can also reduce gains in certain situations. Now let's move to the fourth ETF. Vanguard Diversified High Growth ETF. This ETF includes multiple asset classes in one fund. Now here's where it gets interesting. It's designed for investors seeking higher growth over the long term. But here's the catch. It comes with higher volatility. Now let's move to the fifth ETF. Vanguard Diversified Balanced ETF. This ETF balances growth and income. Now here's the key point. It's suitable for moderate risk investors. Now let's move to the sixth ETF. Vanguard Diversified Conservative ETF. This ETF focuses more on stability and income. Now here's the problem. Lower risk usually means lower returns. Now let's move to the seventh ETF. Vanguard Global Aggregate Bond ETF. This ETF invests in bonds instead of stocks. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Bonds can reduce portfolio volatility, but they may offer lower returns compared to stocks. Now let's move to the eighth ETF. Vanguard Australian Fixed Interest ETF. Another bond-focused option. Now here's the key takeaway. It provides income and stability. Now let's move to the ninth ETF. Vanguard FC Emerging Markets ETF. This ETF invests in developing economies. Now here's where it gets interesting. Higher growth potential, but also higher risk. Now let's move to the 10th ETF. Vanguard Global Value Equity ETF. This focuses on undervalued companies. Now here's the key point. Value investing can perform well over time. But here's the catch. It may underperform in certain market conditions. Now let's move to the 11th ETF. Vanguard Global Minimum Volatility ETF. This ETF focuses on reducing risk. Now here's where it gets interesting. It aims to provide smoother returns. But again, lower risk can mean lower growth. Now let's move to the 12th ETF. Vanguard High Yield ETF. This ETF focuses on dividend-paying companies. Now here's the key point. It's suitable for income-focused investors. But here's the problem. High yield can sometimes mean higher risk. Now here's the problem. Even with these options, beginners still struggle. Let's fix that. First, understand your goal. Are you investing for growth, income, or stability? Second, diversify. Don't put everything into one ETF. Now, here's a smart tip. Combine Australian and international ETFs. Third, think long-term. ETFs are designed for long-term investing. Now here's where most people fail. They panic during market drops and sell too early. Now let's take a quick example. Jake invests in a diversified ETF portfolio and stays consistent. John jumps in and out of the market. Over time, Jake sees better results. Now here's where it gets interesting. Consistency often beats timing the market. Now let's talk about fees. Vanguard ETFs are known for low fees. Now here's the key point. Lower fees mean more of your money stays invested. Now let's talk about risk. All investments carry risk. Now here's the problem. Many beginners underestimate this. Now here's the solution. Choose ETFs that match your risk tolerance. Now let's address a common question. How many ETFs do you need? You don't need many. A simple portfolio with a few well-chosen ETFs can be enough. Now here's a powerful idea. Simplicity often works better than complexity. Now let's quickly summarize everything. Vanguard offers a range of ETFs covering Australian stocks, international markets, bonds, and diversified portfolios. Choose based on your goals. Diversify across regions and asset types. Keep costs low. Stay consistent. If you follow this approach, you can build a strong ETF portfolio in 2026. Now you're not guessing anymore. You understand how these ETFs work and how to use them. If this video helped you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want help building your ETF portfolio, drop a comment below. I'll guide you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.